Hello, I'm Thomas Carruthers.
I'm Will Leggetter.
And today we are continuing our No, I'm a liar. Will, you've just finished Mad Men Season 2.
Season 2? Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. There you go. Well, I'll spoil everything for everyone now, so they don't have to watch the other episodes.
And it's about to be Christmas, Will. It's nearly Christmas time.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Tom.
Merry Christmas indeed. First Pixar film time.
Is this our first Pixar?
It's our first Pixar film time.
What's the toughest thing about being a superhero? Trying to live a normal life. Whether it's pumping up.
I got it!
Dinner with the family.
Stop running in the house! Hey, no force field! You sit down! You sit down! Let go of your brother!
Or seeing old friends.
Hey, Lucian!
Hey, Speedo! Aha.
You are one distracted guy. I know you miss being a hero and your job is frustrating. I just want you to know how much it means to me that you stay at it anyway.
Tell us why it's your first Pixar film, because on your current top 10 movies of all time, I'm lying. It's not on your top 10 movies of all time. Because because Once Upon a Time in Hollywood bumped it off.
Oh no, but what else is on there? Did I remove bloody Woody Allen?
Honey,
Hello, Mr. Incredible.
about the job,
We know who you are.
something's happened.
We have a new assignment for you.
What?
Showtime.
The supers aren't gone. You can still do great things.
Leave the saving the world to the men?
Honey, where's my super suit?
Why do you need to know?
I don't think so.
Your suit can stretch as far as you can and still retain its shape. Virtually indestructible. Machine washable, darling. That's a new feature.
Is that still on there?
Midnight in Paris is still at number 6.
Right, that was a crazy act of spontaneity.
We're doing it live. We're doing it live. So Ratatouille, okay. So your number 1 is Back to the Future, Hot Fuzz, Skyfall, Game of Shadows, About Time. Now you've got this 6 slot. Ratatouille moves to 6.
I think it's whatever the ranking is on the blog, that is the ranking.
We're superheroes. What could happen?
Oh, my back!
Because I think Incredibles is on there as well, and Midnight in Paris isn't.
This is true. Isn't Misery on there as well?
Sure is.
Yeah.
I like Misery.
I've given you another slot, Will. Your homework is I want your new full top 20 arranged.
Top 20? Ooh, right, okay.
And then and then you can have a little overflow, and maybe Midnight in Paris makes its way into the top 20. But the long and short of it is, yes, this is our first Pixar movie. So let's start with Pixar. Will, overall, I know your top 3, but for the listeners, what is your pantheon Pixar movies?
Yeah, so I mean, for me, there's a very special place in my heart for Ratatouille. Yep. I adore Ratatouille. It's a family favorite. It's if anyone ever says, "Oh, should we watch a Pixar film? Or should we just watch a film?" you're more likely to say, "Oh, let's watch Shawshank. Let's watch The Godfather Part 2." And
Untrue.
Let's watch Ratatouille.
Whenever we pick a movie, we always try to pick something that we've never seen or that we've been meaning to watch again. Shawshank and Godfather and like those movies are the films we've watched most because Sky and ITV4 just do a great job of playing those all the time. And literally, if it is in that sweet spot of X Factor or whatever finishing at 9:30 and it's too late to start a full film, okay, see what's on. Okay, Brooks has just died, so it's not sad. Well, no, it is sad. And then Tommy's arriving at Shawshank. You're just locked in for the next 45 minutes. There's just no way around it. But yes, it is the rarity that I actually sit down and put Shawshank on.
Interesting.
But
yeah,
I watch it like every other month by chance.
So my Pixar ranking, I got Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Then in second place, we've got The Incredibles, which is what we're doing today.
It is indeed.
Yes. And then at number 3, we've got Monsters, Inc.
Which is my undoubted favourite. I think Monsters, Inc. is a perfect film. I think it's beautiful, hilarious, touching. I think it has the best characters. I think it has the best plot. We're going to talk about the pacing of this film actually later. Sorry, Will. But I think Monsters, Inc. flies by every time. And I think it's just pretty perfect, I have to say. Then I always say, like, there's a mile between my next one, and that's not true when it comes to actual quality, but it is true in the sense of that's Monsters, Inc. is really the only Pixar. That's untrue now. I own Ratatouille and Incredibles on Blu-ray. Because of you, I picked those up. And they do look beautiful. They are just incredibly animated films. They're wonderful to look at. But of course, for me, Monsters, Inc. is the top. I'd probably Toy Story 2/3 would probably crack my.
I think I'm going to go Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
I think Toy Story 3 is overhyped.
Oh. I like Toy Story 3, but also I've never rewatched it in 10 years.
Me too. I live in a house of intense Disney fans, so there's a lot of Disney movies going on and off at the minute. But yeah, where do you stand on WALL-E? I really like WALL-E. WALL-E's
never done it for me.
Has it not?
Just another movie I watched once as a kid and nothing. I've said it so much it's getting boring now, but Up is their best short film. It's the best short film they ever made.
That's a theory that me and Harry have had recently. So their most recent few films that they've we watched Luca the other day.
How was that?
It was really fun, actually. It's got quite a nice message. It's all about accepting homosexual couples, coming out, being comfortable in your own skin. It's really nice. I
think I'd rather rewatch some sad 70s movie, but yes, I'll see if my evenings free up for Luca.
We watched Soul as well. That was enjoyable. But it seems a lot of the films that they've recently brought out are short ideas for short films that have just been branched. And Soul, especially, you can see that 5 minutes before you watch a Disney film.
The Your Movie Sucks, great YouTube, great website, and in their Inside Out review, they recalled this trailer, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, Will, but it was the trailer for Up, and basically it wasn't a real trailer. It was Brad Bird and John Lasseter, not John Lasseter anymore, but rest in it's not dead, but it's as good. His career is the thing of them going. We had a dinner and we sat around and we all said the ideas we've always wanted to make, and it was like WALL-E, Up, Toy Story, Monsters, Inc., The Incredibles, and then the final idea we had was Up. And obviously that's a great trailer, but it is also saying we've ran out of ideas, everything. And then obviously after that comes the introduction of sequels. Obviously Toy Story 2 is before that point, but the introduction of Monsters University, great film. Incredibles 2, I've still not watched. Any good, Will?
I thought it was really good. I mean, you're not going to beat the original, but I don't think the fact that we've waited so long to have Incredibles 2 it was taken into. I think it was really respectful of the original film. It had a really unique take, really focused on Mrs. Incredible this time, and it's really fun. It's a good watch. It's not in my top 10 probably, but it's not a bad film at all. Yeah. It's enjoyable.
But again, nothing really I have the urge to watch.
Inside Out, terrible. It gets everyone loves Inside Out. Me and my father went to watch it with my mother and sister as well, and they were like, and me and my dad just turned to each other and we were like, wow. Yeah.
Not a big Inside Out fan.
I think we went that day and watched Con Air.
Great film. Great, far better film. Far better film. Sayonara. Love Con Air.
Put the money back in the bar.
What's his dog? Kelly. I've got the. Is it Kelly? There's a K. There's a hard K. Kelly. I'm gonna Google Kelly. In the meanwhile, so why, in a snippet, Will, or for Casey. In so many words, Will, what makes Incredibles your second Pixar?
It is the second. So that's great. It's just, I think it's a perfect family film. There's
in more ways than one.
I think it's got really interesting characters. I think if you look at, I think this is one of the greatest superhero movies of all time.
Yeah, I can make that. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
I think it's got a. You could say it's quite cliche or sort of unsurprising plot, but I think the angle they take on it, and they look at sort of superheroes have now been outlawed, that and sort of the retribution. I just think it's really, really cool.
It's probably my favorite stuff in it. I really enjoy that first 10 minutes and that world of the reality creeping in, and not in a Watchmen way where it's just like, rape exists and brutal murder exists and superheroes exist.
I think it's just on the name. I always get Watchmen and The Watch mixed up. When everyone's watch Watchmen the other day.
The Watch is in Ben Stiller, Ayoade,
Jonah.
Yeah, the Alien movie. Yeah. Is that any good?
It's fun. It's if you late night, you just want to watch something easygoing. Watch The Watch. It's great.
Well, that I have never picked a film to watch because it's easygoing. I will put aside a Sunday and go, oh yeah, I'm going to watch the director's cut of this unreleased 70s 4.5 hour sad movie. YouTube comments. The Incredibles. Anyone remember seeing this in the theatre in front of Finding Nemo? Finding Nemo, a movie we've not mentioned at all.
Oh, and that's got to be up there. Excellent movie. Have you heard the theory that Nemo doesn't exist? And it's all about Marlin's depression the whole time. Because it starts off, he's got all these eggs, and then they get attacked. And now he's pretending in his mind that one survived, and he's looking after it because he's clinging on. That's why they can't find Nemo, because he doesn't.
But they do find him.
For those viewers who haven't seen Nemo, I do apologise for that spoiler. We need to get the spoiler alert on.
Did you do you know the fact, Will, that they recorded all of Marlin's dialogue with William H. Macy, but found him too grating and annoying, and so had to bring in Albert Brooks?
No, but I completely understand.
I adore William H. Macy. I would marry the man. But yes, I can only imagine. And it's not like Albert Brooks is... I love Albert Brooks. I remember I was 3 years old watching this teaser. I laughed so hard at that belt popped and broke the light. Apparently they haven't grown up since. I remember watching this on the Brother Bear 2004 VHS when I was little. Are you a Brother Bear fan, Will?
I
know you love Phil Collins.
I do love Phil. I was for anything that Phil Collins
does.
Right. Yeah, I do love Brother Bear. We used to have the pirated DVD collection the Grandad used to get from the guy at the pub, and
he was called Dodgy Dave for us.
We just got the discs in like little plastic sleeves.
Yeah.
And then as like a fun thing on a Saturday, we would buy blank DVD cases, and I would draw the artwork and slip them in and make proper DVDs.
That's heartwarming. That's very nice. Wasn't Dodgy Dave what that guy said in Parliament?
Dodgy Dave.
John Burke. I dare you not address the Right Honourable Prime Minister as you used a particular word that started with a D. And he was like, what word? What word? I can't remember. He goes, Dave. And he goes, no, you know what word. You know what word. Oh, very funny. This is there are nothing about the film. It's just mainly where people saw this trailer. I went to see this movie with Graham when it came out in cinemas Friday, November 26, 2004. I remember it because it was my 9th birthday. Do you remember what you did on your 9th birthday, Will?
My 9th birthday, I will have been 9 years old. I can't remember. Probably went somewhere for a meal or had a party. I used to, fun tangent related to birthdays and The Incredibles. Probably when I was 6, 7 or 8, so it might even been 9. But we used to book out the village hall, or not the village hall, or like the Methodist church or something in Walton, the village where I grew up in and then went to school, and had parties, and we got the magician rounds, the magician, he did some trick, but I always went in my Mr. Incredible costume. And it was great. I think you should bring it back for your 22nd.
It
won't fit. I'll have to get a new one.
Like Mr. Incredible.
The sad irony. Yeah, no, I used to. I had a watch with Dash on. I had all the art. I was obsessed with Incredibles merch. It was everywhere. Obsessed with this movie.
You know who weren't obsessed? These people that gave it 1 star. The ads are way better than the film. This movie is perhaps one of the best marketing advertising feats of recent years. A movie that is totally without redeeming qualities. A movie that, in fact, is politically insulting and totally formulaic.
Well, there you go.
What do you mean, there you go? Hardly incredible, merely okay. The Incredibles, the latest film from Pixar, is yet the latest disappointment for me. Don't get me wrong, this by no means is a bad film. Sadly, it's just that film that isn't that good, or at least as good as I would have hoped. Don't understand why this one's called this. What a gobbler! I was trapped. Oh no, this is good. I was trapped at a family gathering and forced to sit through this turkey, or else insult my host. Who can I send a bill to at Disney to get my time back? Plot, totally predictable. I could tell you which movie every scene was ripped off from. Same for the music. No chance passed over to make some politically correct feminist dad is a moron little message. Way too long. I don't think I'll ever watch another Disney movie again. Well, okay. This is the title of this one. Actually, this one is a review from me. I thought it was pretty shocking. I cannot believe such a crappy movie can get a better rating than beautiful movies such as Platoon and The Deer Hunter. Also, only Vietnam War movies.
What's your favorite genre of movie? I love the.
Here's another one. Glorifies violence. Here are some thoughts on The Incredibles. Partly, it is quite funny, especially at the beginning and when he works at the insurance company. Unfortunately, it glorifies violence. Playing and experimenting with weapons as well as killing are portrayed to be something normal. Death is an accepted side effect of fun and action. It is not an influence caring parents would want for their children. It is not uplifting.
What country
is
does that
uplifting.
person come from? Is that person from America?
Probably.
Nah.
One of my favorite Tarantino videos. Why the need for so much graphic violence, Quentin? Why the need? Because it's so much fun, Jan. Always enjoyed that one.
Did I send you the video of him signing someone's foot?
Yes, you did. You did. Moving on. And best 10-minute stretch rule, what you got?
I've got loads.
Shoot me.
I've got the opening into the world of something I haven't mentioned. I love period.
Well, I'm gonna bring this up now, and it's not really a change. Lean into the 60s more. I feel like, and I know they're just getting used to animating people, but I feel like there was a slight missed opportunity with not really. I don't think if you didn't actually, I don't know why it's set in that. Sorry, like for the longest time I thought it was modern day. I did no idea it was set in 60 whatever, and only now as an adult I can notice the really, really little things. But really, I'm not saying like, I don't know, Save JFK or something, and like I've bloody doo-wop tunes playing. But I think in the design of it all.
No, yeah, I completely agree. I think you'll like Incredibles 2 for that. From what I remember, there's a few more notable or settings that are very clear that era, which is quite nice.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree. Bringing it into the world, probably my favorite stuff in it. I love the minutia. I love that's why Ghostbusters works, because they're just they're just bug killers.
Got the when Harry Met Sally opening with the interviews.
Yes, very similar. The first time we met, that's what it should have been. The first time we met. 9 extra floors. Oh, you thought I was going to go 9/11.
I did.
My favorite Harry Met Sally quote: 9/11. Well, your next 10-minute stretch, because I've just got opening and Edna.
Edna mode.
Yeah.
I like his first Omnidroid mission. I think that's very fun. Where he breaks into the place and he does the computer, and we see the a lot of these things. I realise there's a lot of TikTok incredible memes.
Is there? What's currently TikToking?
So a lot of the music, you've got that
great. I mean, great music. There is no way around it. We'll get to that.
Yeah, you got the scene where he's typing away and he's like, "Whoa, that beats that and that beats that." That's done with a lot of pop culture. You've got No Capes. Remember Madonna? Have you seen that?
Well,
video?
I mean, yes. A video I've watched in abundance of times.
We watched it live. I'm very happy to say. Yeah. And
I didn't watch it live. I watched it. I was watching. Why do I remember? I was watching Serpico, the great Pacino movie, upstairs, and I suddenly heard this. Ha! Get down, Tom! Get down now! Get down now! And suddenly, and then because obviously they had to skip back, and all I saw was this paused clip of Madonna wearing a cape at the bottom of some stairs, and then I saw.
Great. Yeah, the meme, like weeks after that, you start going, Madonna, no capes, and it was very funny.
No capes.
So yeah, I've come for that. I've got for the chase, where we finally see them all together, and we
that
get
is a goosebumps
running.
Moment.
Oh, yeah, it is. Here we go. Well, we'll break this early. So when they're all they finally reunite and they're.
Well, I just love that it's
power stances.
I'm perfectly fine with this power stance because it's so quick and it's so just them getting ready. It's not like, because I'll be honest, fucking Avengers Endgame and fucking Avengers Infinity War, when they go on for 5 minutes and and they're all that was the Mastermind theme tune, but they're all like, but they're all like standing in and they're all getting ready, and then it's Avengers fight, assemble, and it doesn't make sense because they've already assembled. So
I'm not a fan of power stances when you get the And it's in things like they've done it a lot in Doctor Who recently. It's just not natural when people stand in like your main characters in the foreground, then you've got your two either side, and they're in this strange triangle power stance, just looking at like a dead body. If they're like investigating a mystery, who stands like that?
Nobody. But and this works as we've just mentioned, because they're already there, and there's the beautiful "I love you" moment. I love you. Oh, dad, and then, and it's very well done. Very well done. Yes.
Very well. And I've gone for the final battle. It's good. Yes. Very enjoyable.
Indeed. We won't talk about Edna yet, because I believe that you'll have split them up into single minutes, and that deserves its entire own conversation. There is just no doubt in my mind that that's the best parts of this movie. Tom's weirdly specific favorite parts of the film. Very much enjoy the exchange at the wedding. I specifically, I thought it was playful banter, and then I realized, no, you've actually forgot. I think that's just very, very funny. I love and because obviously it's a kids movie, and so I love how every single injury, no matter what it is, gets a neck collar. I specifically love the jury of 12 neck collars. It's probably a single minute, but thirsty. I'm just thirsty. Let me get my water. And then I know. Freeze. Very good. Very good.
Great.
Horrible single minute. The black ink. The
balls that
terrifying.
Ooh,
wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
But very. This is like the definition of specific favorite. We're getting back to what it was. Specific favorite part. Edna's little fire bin is just like peak specific, and done. Love that to bits. And then I've put camper van celebrations. I love them all getting ready, and all the goons, and they go, take a shot if they run away, and popping the champagne. It's just very funny, very nice. Will, your specific favorite parts?
I've gone for the classic car door gag with the little kid.
Yeah,
incredible. That's great. I love it when he's too fat to fit through the little chute, and he has to keep pressing. That's a great gag. Kicking through. Oh yeah, not so bit funny, but just a bit cool when Elastigirl's doing all of the stretchy things through the many doors. I like how that whole scene with the having to kick someone. That's very cool. Yeah, no, lots of fun little crazy moments in this film.
Yeah, no, it's a lovely film. Which leads us into soundtrack corner. Let's talk about Michael Giacchino. You're obviously, I'm completely underestimating myself. I also love scores a lot, but you are a big fan of Giacchino. Is this your favorite Michael Giacchino score?
Yes.
It's just terrific. One of my best single minutes, I'm calling it the happy montage, him just going back to work, and that's mainly because it's the best piece of music in the film. If we're going to break my one of my minutes, it is. I've Bob getting back into shape montage. It's great. It's called Life's Incredible Again. That's the big TikTok. And it's like when she says she's coming home early tonight, and it's like this guy putting on a suit and frying a steak. That's quite funny,
No, but it's a lovely little montage, and that music is so good. It's a good getting, where you get changed to me party before a night out. If I was wearing a suit, I'd put my watch on. I'd get ready to.
Oh no, yeah, I've many times. You understand this now because of Mad Men. Many times, like You Only Live Twice, not because of Bond, because of Don Draper, and even Zooby Zooby Zoo.
The best Bond song.
The best Bond song, and the best season 5 ending, as we discussed.
We were in Club Trot the other day. I finally appreciated Live and Let Die. Oh my! Sat there.
Did you never appreciate?
I thought it was. I always like. Oh, it's a good one. It's one of my favorite Bond movies, let alone songs. But having it blasted to you through a speaker, sat down when you're already quite drunk, and the atmosphere. It's Paul McCartney. What a man! It's a shame that
there's
whenever I hear it,
reggae.
I think of the. Oh no! What do you know?
What does it matter to you when you got a job to do? You got to do it well. What the craziest musical decision I've just in the middle of this incredible rock song, just gone. Doom. What does it matter to you?
I was going to say more the frog chorus in Shrek 3.
Oh, I thought we were still talking Paul McCartney. I thought you were talking about the frog song. Boom, 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 boom. Me and my ex had a long time argument because she fucked somebody else. No, because a long time argument of who had the best solo career, and I was always Lennon. It's got to be Lennon, and she was like, no, it's Paul McCartney. And her big thing was that Wonderful Christmas Time is better than Happy Xmas War Is Over.
Really?
Oh, well.
No, it is.
It is. Merry Christmas, Chuck. Merry Christmas, Chuck. So this is Chris. I love that. Actually came on in the although it is November when this is released, it is currently June, and I put on a John Lennon playlist. I have a new. That's how Sue sees it. What really grinds my gears is why are these Christmas songs in like the Apple and Spotify playlists of people? I do not want to listen to Last Christmas in the middle of July because I want to listen to Wham. They should just remove them. Anyway.
I'd love to do that as a career. Work for Spotify making playlists.
Okay. It's a good gig. I mean, it's all algorithms. Nobody actually does it.
Or do they not?
Well, I mean, no, somebody will. I'm being rude.
Thank you.
But the Oscars.
Hey.
I don't think we need to make some arguments about it winning Best Picture. Or do we? This is shit.
Is it a good year? Great film. Good year. Where are we doing a good year?
I bought a good year the other day, actually, because I've never actually watched it. And I was basically, we know I'm a completionist. And I basically I was filling out my Ridley Scott's. And then I remembered, oh yeah, in the middle of like Blade Runner and everything, you made a good year. After Gladiator, you make a good year. These are the 5 nominated. So Sideways and The Aviator are 2 masterpieces. Great films. Neither of them win. Ray.
I've not seen Ray.
Fine film. Weirdly directed by Taylor Hackford of The Devil's Advocate fame. Finding Neverland was nominated for Best Picture. Now, I like Finding Neverland perfectly fine, but that is not. Musical. Yeah. Weinstein. That was his big. That was before it all happened. That was his big. I'm going to move on to Broadway. There you go. And $1 Million Baby won. Again, a great film.
I think Incredibles could be nominated there.
I can slide it in. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind should have probably been nominated. Great film. And Collateral, great movie. It gets nominated for Best Original Screenplay against The Aviator, Hotel Rwanda, Vera Drake and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Obviously, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind wins. It's one of the greatest screenplays of the past 20 years. Best Animated Film. It does win against Shark Tale and Shrek 2.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm gonna have to give it Incredibles. Incredibles is better than Shrek 2, but Shrek 2 is a good one. Shark Tale. Used to love that.
No, we've just been praising the score of The Incredibles, but it didn't get a nomination.
Not a nomination. Wow.
Finding Neverland won, which is a score I can't even think of right now. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was nominated, which feels weird. I've never been a fan. John Williams is one of the most iconic composers of all time and deserves to win every year. But I never like it when I know that he composes new music each time for each film, but I never liked it really when he was nominated multiple times for Star Wars and multiple times for Harry Potter. Lemony, the Thomas Newman score for A Series of Unfortunate Events, the movie, which again I can't really remember. Passion of the Christ score and the Village score. So
we're getting a sequel to that, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Yeah, incredibly, yes. The Phantom of the Opera was nominated for Best Cinematography. Oh my God.
Oh.
It was mainly for that mirror sequence. Do we need to do... Oh, this is the thing. You're not as big a Phantom of the Opera just like person as me.
That's just because I've never seen it.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, and I've only listened to the score once. I know nothing about Phantom really, but I enjoy it. I think it's very excellent.
No, it is very, very good. Because I've always sort of said, if it wasn't for Gerard Butler, that movie is pretty great from what I remember. But also, I haven't seen it since I was a very young child. And my big thing as a child was, I love that the chandeliers crashes at the end after Point of No Return, and then it starts burning the theater down. I just love chaos, as we know. I love a big dun, 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 dun. Anyway, that's it for Oscar travesty. Yeah. Will's favorite building or sets?
I've gone for Edna's house.
Edna Maud. Yes, beautiful construction. Which takes us into best single minute. Let's talk about Edna now. Obviously, it's split over Pa, Bob, and No Capes, and Mrs. Incredible. Edna's obviously the best part of this film. Let's just be honest. Or is she?
I mean, there's another single minute in there.
Oh yes, I know. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Because that is a tough horse race.
I'm going to have to give it to the latter.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about Edna first, though.
Yeah.
Obviously voiced by Brad Bird. I'm going to ruin a fun fact. They were going to get Lily Tomlin in. That's kind of why she has the black bob. Love Lily Tomlin. She's great. But Brad Bird sent her the test recordings of the voice and what he imagines it. And she just said, "Why, you don't need me. You just do it." And obviously she's an amalgam of Edith Head, the famous costume designer. But at the end of the day, it's just hilarious. It's brilliant. There's no other way around it. Very, very
darling.
The No Capes is great. It's one of those things of I was talking about. I think we mentioned this with like. There's something about where we've got a bleeder and I'll have what she's having, where it's still, even though it's been memed to all hell and all that, it's still funny as hell. Very, very, very good Edna Mode. Any particular favorite Edna Mode moments with?
I like the way she gets into a room with all the ice guys. Edna Mode.
Edna Mode. Yes, Edna E Mode. Did she come back for Incredibles 2?
Yeah. Of course she does.
And Sam's back. Good. Glad.
Don't worry.
Well, let's talk about these other nominations for single minute. I have the dinner. I think that's just a lovely meeting with the family, and the build of that, and the build of that, and the build of that. I like that.
It's a good gag where he slices through the plates. That's very funny.
Even though the food looks terrible.
Sorry, Helen Incredible.
No, I mean, like, it just, the animation.
Yeah.
I want you to start that trying to be a phrase. Sorry, Helen Incredible. Like, instead of like Captain Obvious or whatever.
It's like Helen Parr, isn't it?
Yeah, that is fully true. And happy montage that we've already talked about.
Yeah.
And then I think the best action scene, or at least the best devised moment, is the hallway, is the Elastigirl hallway. Yes. Great, very well animated, very well paced, very well directed moment. Yeah. Very much enjoy that. And then obviously, without a shadow of a doubt, the best single minute is, honey, where is my super suit?
What?
I was watching it very, very loudly. And Jay, previous podcast guest and future podcast guest, walked past my door, and then he sent me a YouTube link, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And it was, honey.
Say what again?
Great, love that. Is one of my favorite. One of my favorite, like, just shitty Facebook jokes that I've laughed out loud at is Samuel L. Jackson in front of Guess Who going, "Does he look like a bitch?" And just laughing out loud at a very simple Facebook joke.
Oh, very good. Very good. Why do you need to know?
Yes, they're just going to have a lovely...
I am your wife. I'm the greatest good you ever going to get. Oh, it's great.
I don't know if I need a full loads of politics in my Incredibles movie. But if you're going to set it in the 60s, are you just going to do the thing of what they do nowadays where like everything's diverse and we just never talk about it? Or is it going to be the thing of how does a black man in 1964 who's just a superhero, and also how come he's been relocated? So the Pars have been relocated to this suburban house. He's been relocated to a beautiful new apartment. Very nice apartment.
I guess it's not a plot point. I don't know. I'm going to break a fun fact for you now.
Break me, Will.
He's called Lucius, which is great.
Yes.
And his wife is called Funny, and I think they're great little references.
Ezekiel 25:17, the pest, which takes us out of the best single minute, takes us into best line. Will, your best line?
My favourite line for the whole thing is one of my favourite characters is Bon Voyage, and it's when he comes in, he's like Monsieur Incroyable.
Yeah,
it's great.
That is very good. I'm going to just repeat what we just mentioned. You tell me where my suit is, woman. We are talking about the greater good. Greater good. I'm your wife. I'm the greatest good you ever going to get. It's a great end to that scene. This is a horrible suit, darling. You can't be seen in this. I won't allow it. 15 years ago, maybe, but now, fair. Wait, what do you mean? You designed it. I never look back, darling. It distracts me from the now. Very enjoyable Edna mode. However, I you know, my favorite Edna moment is our introduction to her. My God, you got fat. Okay, come in. Just typical bitchy. Love it. Any other favorite lines?
My favorite Edna is when he's like asking, "Can you make me a suit?" And she's like, "You push too hard, darling, but I accept."
Anything else? Well, any other favorite lines?
I think that's it for good lines. Well, I mean, that's not it for good lines, but that's
it's a good screenplay. What's the change? The mouths are a bit off. I've noticed it when like Wallace Shawn is doing his Wallace Shawn is the angry. Yeah. They're off when they start getting angry, and it's one of those things, you know. It's one of those things. Do not enjoy the random two old men when they're just like and it stays with them for so long. It's like, maybe the old times are better. It's like the old time, and it's so bizarrely long. Didn't enjoy that. I got a huge major change, so I'm going to do that in a minute. Have you got any pernickety changes or anything?
I've got one that I noticed this time that I thought that's a bit weird. In the I'm thirsty, I just want to grasp that scene when all the police officers then run in, they don't go freeze, they shout police officers as they're running in. And I'm like, okay.
I guess it's because, well, no, they're police officers. They should be saying freeze. But yes, anything else?
That's it for me because it's a perfect film.
I have just a big problem with the pacing. I think there is just no ending to this movie when it comes to Syndrome. And I think it's because of the very fun choice and clever choice. Because obviously the short film, Jack Attack, is great.
What do you mean for that final? You think it's all over?
It just feels like it needs to be a 2-hour movie, and for that short film to be in there.
Yeah.
Because I sort of had a bit of Mandela effect. Because I haven't seen this since I was a kid. I thought it was in there. And it's not.
It's on the DVD.
It's on the DVD, and it's the short film. That needs to be in there for the ending to have any pace at all and to have any build-up. I enjoy but also I enjoy the Underminer. I think that's very funny. But also,
and you've got the sporting events.
Yeah, the sporting event's good. but also very, very abrupt ending again.
Well, no, this was the thing. When the Underminer comes up, everyone was like, "Oh my, there's going to be a sequel. There's going to be a sequel," and that went on for years and for 20 years.
Oh no, I never thought that. I'll be honest, I never.
Ever since I first watched The Incredibles, I was like, the Underminer, and they're all getting ready to. Oh, that means that they're making a sequel as we speak. And I kept saying that until he finally does appear. It is. I'll spoil Incredibles 2 for you. The opening scene for Incredibles is that it's exactly moves on right from that moment.
But also, the animation style will have weirdly gotten 10 times better.
Yeah.
Is that not jarring?
No, because you don't watch them back to back. I mean, what? As in back to back to back to back. It's all right.
Fair enough.
I think the animation style is quite good actually in this.
Yeah.
As it is with Monsters Inc. I think.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? This is why they did Toy Story, and this is why they did Monsters Inc. Because they couldn't do humans yet.
Yeah.
And that's why Toy Story. That's the whole conceit of that is you barely see the face apart from Sid, and obviously Sid's like fucked up. So like you barely see the parents and all that. Yeah. Barely see Jesse's previous owner.
When somebody
loves you.
Good
old Randy Newman.
When somebody loves you, everything is beautiful. Everybody love together.
That's it for changes, yeah. What's left from your notes, Will? Anything?
I think that's it from my... Oh, I have got one.
Shoot.
I only realised this because I watched it this morning. Today. It must be because I've not watched it in a while, but it made me very, very happy. And I've missed it out of a minute as well. The head teacher or the teacher telling him off is like, coincidence? I think not. That's a fun scene. That gets memed a lot. I was like, oh, that I know that voice. It's Lou Romano. It's the voice of Linguini in Ratatouille.
Ray Romano. No, not Ray Romano.
Lou Romano.
Lou Romano. Who's Lou Romano? Lou.
I remember that name because it's.
Yeah, Lou Romano. He was on the art department for the 2019 Dumbo movie. So is he more of an artist? Yeah, it seems that way.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it was the visual development for like Kubo and the Two Strings, Lego Movie Part 2. He was the development artist for Luca. So I mean, we'll be doing Ratatouille eventually, so maybe we'll find out the story behind that. But maybe that's how he got. Well, we know clearly that is how he got in. I don't have an alternate ending, Will, but I do have a few fun facts. Jason Lee recorded his vocals in 4 days, while Craig T. Nelson recorded his vocals over the span of 2 years.
Oh wow!
Don't know what's happening now. Samuel L. Jackson was cast as the voice of Frozone because Brad Bird wanted the character to...
Sorry, repeat that.
Jackson was cast as the voice of Frozone because Brad Bird wanted the character to have what?
I don't know.
The coolest voice.
He is the coolest man alive.
Cool voice. Brad Bird got the idea in the early 90s, basing the story on his own experiences trying to balance a career and a family.
Oh, no, I like that.
Writer and director Brad Bird originally conceived this as a conventional cell animated movie when he pitched it. So the cell animated sequences seen in the end credits are a representation of his original concept.
We haven't spoken about the credits. Excellent
credits. No, beautiful. Is there a world, Will, where you would not necessarily prefer, but would like to see?
Not for 2 hours.
Yeah, fair enough. In the original script, Syndrome only appeared in the opening scene. When the Pixar animators responded much more strongly to him than the main villain, originally named Zurek, he was moved to that role, which obviously is just a great choice. And I can only imagine if halfway through there was just another villain called Zurek.
I am Zurek.
This is the first and thus far only Pixar movie not to feature the Pizza Planet truck. So basically, Brad Bird at the time didn't know of this whole pizza truck thing that they were doing and putting it in every movie. And so there's some people who have found this like blurry image of a van. It's just a van. Lee Unkrich, pardon me, has come out now and said, no, that's just a van. We got it wrong this time around. Sorry. So yeah, so you fucked up. The original title was The Invincibles.
No. Mr. Invincible.
Helen Invincible. When Bob and Frozone are in the jewelry store, a police officer points a gun at them. It's a rare instance of this happening in a Disney Pixar movie. It's not usually something they allow. Bob and Helen are married near the start of the movie. Another trivia item is that all the dead superheroes from the No Caps are in the background of the wedding.
Ah,
it's very nice. Tagline rundown. We've got a couple here. Save the day.
Yeah.
Discover the side of superheroes you've never seen before.
Yeah.
On November the 5th, expect the incredible. So now, then there's like one for each character. Twice the hero he used to be, but I
like that.
But it doesn't say which one. Oh, because he's fat. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Super cool, I believe, was the Frozone.
That's because famously, Tom, ice is cool in temperature.
Welcome. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Untrue. Not true at all. No guts, no glory. Fair.
Nice to see you. Oh,
nice
what a film! I adore that movie.
Well, we know why you adore it.
Yeah.
For the listeners, I don't know if this has come up before, but Will has a big crush on Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
I think I revealed it as my sexual awakening on a previous episode.
Probably like, I don't know, postcards from the edge or doubt. Soccer mom, as in like sock, like puncher.
No. What's that got to do with her being stretchy?
I don't know. And we've got the Hindi language version, Do Hero Ek Awaz. So what was your favourite tagline, Will?
I think Twice the Man He Used to Be is very good.
That is good, but I am going to go for Do Hero Ek Awaz. Which takes us into Tom's big question. Don't really have a couple. I've got the typical boring. If you had a superhero power, Will, what would it be?
I know that it's something. So one of them would be. I've always loved to fly. That's cool. Many dreamed about that. But imagine you being able to. There's two of them. The first one would be make anything appear out of thin air. So I'm like, sorry, you want a pizza? Boom, here it is. Or I need a screwdriver. Dude. But the other one, either making time freeze, which we discussed on. What did we discuss it on?
About Time and Click and.
Oh yeah, making time freeze or time travel. I think with time, but I think freezing time would probably be the one.
Yeah, something like I'd like to fly.
Yeah,
I'd also like to just be invisible and just steal.
As we've realised, we want to commit many crimes.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah,
I love murder. No. Which takes us a night wedding.
I mean, you on weddings is probably comes too much into this. It's not meant to be a big. It's a secret wedding, isn't it? Really?
I guess, yeah. Also, why does the lawyer? I mean, it's a beautiful design choice, but why does the lawyer look like Richard Nixon?
Oh, I was thinking it looks. I've always thought. What's he called? Tommy Lee Jones. I've always thought.
Is Agent J? Okay,
Yeah.
he's K, isn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe a Barry Sonnenfeld fortnight would be good, because you get both Addams Family movies, and Addams Family Values is one of the most perfect movies ever made. Then you've got Will, this is just a fortnight ready to be snatched up. So Addams Family and Addams Family Values. Get Shorty, an actual great movie. Have you seen Get Shorty, Will?
I've seen Get Smart.
No, Get Shorty, which is it's Hackman, Travolta, DeVito, Rene Russo, and basically it's a mobster who travels to Hollywood to hide, and he finds obviously that Hollywood is just as brutal and cutthroat as the mob. Very funny. Men in Black, which I think is aged very well, and the first one anyway, or
yeah.
Wild Wild West, which is the big flop. Men in Black
love
2.
Wild West.
Of course,
that's my guilty pleasure. I love it. I love
RV. Oh my god.
Oh wow, that's Robin Williams, isn't it?
It is indeed Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Jeff Daniels is in it. Yeah, Kristen Chenoweth, Cheryl Hines, and then Men in Black 3. And then actually he directed tons of the Series of Unfortunate Events series.
I'm yet to watch that.
And then the most interesting movie that we will talk about is in that fortnight, 9 Lives. Where Christopher Walken puts a curse on Kevin Spacey and turns him into a cat. Do you not know about 9 Lives, Will? Kevin Spacey is like a businessman, and he's like, "Oh, I don't have time for my family." And Christopher Walken's like, "You need to have time for your family." And he turns him into a cat.
Like Shaggy Dog.
Exactly like Shaggy Dog. And he literally is just Kevin Spacey voicing a cat going, "I'm going to walk around like a cat." Anyway. Yeah. Bad movie. So that was like just on the cusp. It was like Baby Driver, 9 Lives, bam, Me Too. Imagine that being your final movie. I mean, it's what it deserves, but also imagine that being your final movie. That's about it. There's so much more to talk about in the world of Pixar, and I'll eventually get Monsters Inc. on. Get my Monsters Inc. on. But before that, Will, any final thoughts on Incredibles? And for the meantime, the Pixar, the world of Pixar.
I mean, I think anyone who's not seen Incredibles has to right this instant.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pixar is a magical gift to the world. It was in its prime.
Oh.
Yeah. What was your on an ending note? What was your opinion on the change that Disney went from animated to animated? Because I think, was it Princess and the Frog, their last traditionally animated one?
I believe yes.
And they went into like Inside Out.
I like Tangled and
Tangled. I went to the UK premiere of Tangled.
Oh, very nice. I just like the original. I like the old. For me, I'll be honest, I'm just completely undermining an entire career and an entire world of wonderful art.
Yeah.
But I really don't care how it's animated, as long as the story and the characters work well.
Yeah.
I like Tangled a lot, but Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite films ever made. I adore Beauty and the Beast, and obviously that's 2D.
I don't like either of the Frozens.
No. That will not be on the show anytime soon. Yeah, I think in the coming years, you can expect Beauty and the Beast, listeners. You can expect Monsters Inc. We've got Ratatouille already scheduled.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I've never been a big Lion King fan.
Circle of Life, I love.
Oh no, incredible stuff. But also,
it's just I'd rather watch Hamlet.
Branagh, only Branagh though. Only Gibson, only the Mel Gibson Hamlet.
Good.
Anyway, The Incredibles. Will, what's your favourite Shakespeare film adaptation? That's where we're ending.
It is famous. I know I've never seen How Many Things I Hate About You, so I can't comment on that.
Will's trying to make it feel more natural, but he is going to say the Othello where Olivier does blackface. Fun story. In our college canteen, they have the TV on, and it was playing Sky Arts, and it was like a documentary about Olivier, and just like on the big screen was just Olivier in his blackface in like the scene where they've not painted his hands, and he was just doing his obviously incredible performance, but everybody's was just walking past the TV and just going, what the fuck?
It's the fact that he's so shiny. He's so shiny.
It is matte black. Yeah. It is not actually toned in any way. It is just Dulux, black as the night.
No, it's like shoe polish. It's terrible. It's so bad.
And then there was this old white guy who was saying, but of course, you couldn't do it now. But to look back at the performance, you can really see the layers. And I just thought, this is great.
Is that like the was it Talking Pictures or when they?
Yeah.
I know exactly the guy you're on about.
Yeah, and it's just like, you can't do it now. But there was the funniest bit was when he said there was a clear darkness to the performance, which was very funny. And I don't know if he was intentionally making the joke or not.
He's got to see West Side Story. I completely forgot.
Oh, good choice. Good choice. Good choice. Yeah, I'll agree with you.
Man. There's apparently a
Pizza Man.
She's the man.
Yes, Tammy and the Shrew.
Yeah.
Of course, we all know, and when you say West Side Story, Will, you do mean the Spielberg movie that's coming out in a month.
I can't wait.
God, it's just not going to be. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm excited. I'll watch it and I will enjoy it
because West Side Story is the best musical ever made. Yeah. So you'll be dumbfounded to not enjoy some of the most beautiful music ever written. However, do we need it? No, we don't. Well, The Incredibles. You're incredible. Say aw.
Oh, sorry. Aw.
Da ba da ba da ba da.